In this video we shall talk about data update. In the first task we have to update the subscription with such ID, changing the return date to the current one and marking the book as returned. After corresponding operation completion, this record with such an ID will have the following information in it. The subscription will not be active and here the current date will be placed. For MySQL we may create the following solution. In both approaches we have to use the update operator. In set section we have to name the field and its new value and the next field and its new value and so on for each field. We have to use such a condition here, otherwise 100% of records in the table will be updated, and we absolutely don't need such situation. The only difference between these two approaches is the next. In the first one we use explicit date value here, and in the second approach we use function call to obtain the current date value. And of course in real life this approach is more convenient. For Microsoft SQL Server the approach is the same. We use update operator, we use set section to name fields and their new values. We use this condition in order not to update all records in the table. And here we also may use either the explicit date value or the date value provided by some specific system function. And for Oracle the solution is the same. We also use update operator, we are setting new values to both our fields. We remember about our condition, it's necessary here. And here we also may use either the explicit value or the value provided by some system function. Yet in Oracle we have to perform additional operation to transform the date-time value that contains both date and time into date value that contains the date only. In the next task, for all books that were taken on that date by the subscriber with ID 2, we have to prolong the promised return date for 2 months. After the operation completion, these 3 lines will have such new values here in SBFinish field. For all 3 DBMSs the solution is the same. We use update operator. In the set section we are providing the new value for this field. We are applying this condition here that comes from the task itself. And we also have to remember that we never should try to modify just a date part manually. Otherwise we risk to obtain such incorrect date. But these functions will always produce correct new date, so we have to use specific functions for each DBMS.